Welcome back to Frosty Fridays. I'm your host, Dan Frost from Raymond James. Today's episode, I'll be discussing 15 biases that can affect you when investing. No bias is worse than another. This video is to inform us the biases that are around all of us. Number 1. This is the normalcy bias, assuming that past events won't happen again, thinking the past is the past. Number 2 is the Dunning-Kruger effect, being bad at something without realizing it. This is when an inexperienced investor may overestimate how good they are or may be at predicting stocks. Then, number 3, there's an attentional bias, seeing a correlation where there is none. This occurs if you see a very good review, maybe an analysis, but then you fail to see the other negative reviews or the other side of the argument. Number 4 is the bandwagon effect, believing that something's true because others are doing it. When someone tells you to hop on a penny stock that they believe will be the next big thing. You didn't actually research it, you just bought it because they did. Number 5 is an impact bias, overestimating the impact that you have on the event on your emotions, thinking that Walmart's donation to your favorite charity means that Walmart stock is going to rise drastically. Number 6 is the frequency illusion, thinking an event is happening more often than it actually is. This is noticing a pattern that worked for one company, so you try extra hard to find it again, and ultimately it won't happen. This is different from number 7, the clustering illusion, finding patterns in small samples of data, looking at one set of something and making judgments based on that data instead of looking at maybe the previous 4 quarters or 4 sets of data. Number 8 is the status quo bias, preferring things to stay the same. You know people who, they'll stay with the same bank or insurance company because it's comfortable. It's normal for them. These are examples of the status quo bias. Then there's number 9, the belief bias, accepting arguments that fit your pre-existing beliefs. Like-minded individuals tend to get along better than ones with differing opinions. Number 10 is the curse of knowledge bias, failing to understand less educated perspectives. Ever think you're the smartest person in the room and can't understand why no one agrees with you? Yeah, that's this bias. Then there's number 11, the gambler's fallacy, believing that future events are influenced by past ones. History does repeat itself after all, right? Number 12, you might have an extreme discounter bias, preferring immediate rewards over larger future gains. The phrase "money's burning a hole in my pocket" comes to mind. Be sure to check out our upcoming video on marshmallow kids and the benefits of delayed gratification when talking about this bias. Number 13, the lucid fallacy, believing the real world can be predicted by models. People aren't rational, and they're the ones leading the companies, so companies aren't rational either. Number 14, and there's restraint bias. This is overestimating your ability to control your impulses. This is revealed when you're investing in risky equities because you think you can handle the stress, but you sell once there's a bad day or a bad week. And finally, number 15, the bias, believing you are less biased than you actually are. If you got all the way through this video thinking, none of this sounded like me, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you do have at least one of these biases. Look, it's okay to have biases. Everyone is prone to cognitive biases, but understanding them can help you make better decisions, both financially and personally. Thanks for watching.